We'll find the chaplet in this. Gentlemen, I don't believe that you could find the chaplet in this if he walked up to you and spat in your face. What I could use right now is not a body, but a really good criminal lady, sir. Unless one of you has an apron in your car, I suggest you file a report and leave me alone. As you said, Professor June.
Yeah.
Best of luck with your cyanide.
Didn't it create anything in any more insufferable stuff? Seemed a bit forced stuff, did it? I don't know what you mean. Well, if you don't want a pair of hobbies digging around in your personal affairs, that would be a clever way to make sure they don't. Tell me you don't think this is suspicious.
I don't think this is suspicious.
A mysterious professor would want to meet up someone stolen from his house. I think Alan Turing's hiding something.
It resurfaced.
Well, in 1973, Bill Case started writing articles for the Dallas Morning News, and that spread over the countryside. The interest jumped because, again, somebody was resurrecting the old Aurora crash in 1897.
The legend was reborn. Ufologists scrambled to uncover the truth behind the possible alien grave. Hayden Hughes, the founder of the International UFO Bureau, was among the first to arrive in Aurora.
Aurora was the outstanding case to me because of the crash of one of the airships for study, and for the remains of a pilot to be studied or exhumed if he was buried.
Aurora was different. There was a body, a supposed alien body.
There's very few retrievable corpses or bodies associated with UFOs, but none that can be documented as well as the Aurora case. My belief in what the occupant pilot was what it was said, that it was the pilot of what the craft was. His description was that it was an alien in form.
It was small in stature, which would confirm the type of creatures that are seen most frequently aboard UFOs. They are small in stature, childlike in size.
The body, the crash site, the remnants of the airship. To Hughes, these had to be either the real thing or a hoax, and it was worth investigating.
As to what to expect when we came to Aurora that first time, I was quite surprised that it wasn't as big as I visualized it to be. Coming into town, where was it? Well, we just went through it. There's the cemetery, okay? There's the hill, the windmills over this way. There's some houses down this way, or businesses. That was the extent of it.
Another surprise was Hughes' reception by the residents of Aurora. They appeared to have no interest in solving the mystery.
One time you talked, the people were open, the next time they were not. in the cemetery on some occasions. On some occasions, we were barred and could not go in the cemetery. So the emotional level of the town kind of told me they wanted no involvement with it. I had gone from extreme excitement and the possibility of what we could get to a frustration, and that it was like the town was against us from the beginning.
Then Hughes and other UFO researchers in Aurora had a breakthrough: the discovery of first-hand accounts of the crash. The witnesses were less than perfect. Memories had faded, others were incomplete. The eyewitnesses were now in their 80s. Jim Mars was among the first to interview the residents.
In 1973, I interviewed 3 people who were alive at the time. One, Robbie Hansen, said it was a hoax, but then by her own story, she was not a direct witness, had no direct knowledge of it. Her father was told about it, he laughed, thought it was a hoax, and that stuck in her mind.
But then Mars discovered 2 witnesses who contradicted Hansen and offered first-hand accounts of the actual crash.
There's Mary Evans, who did recall that something crashed. Her parents went to look at the wreckage, but would not let her go. So we have kind of an indirect witness there who says it did happen. And then we've got Charlie Stevens, who was a 10-year-old boy, was out doing the chores, and actually told me he saw the thing go over. He said it was trailing smoke, and it seemed to be in trouble. He saw it disappear towards Aurora, heard the explosion, saw smoke going up. He wanted to go up and see what had happened, but his father, this old farmer in 1897, said, "No, son, we have to finish the chores." And he said his father went up into town the next day and came back and told him about all the wreckage that was lying around. So the preponderance of the eyewitness testimony leans towards something happened.
In addition to eyewitness accounts, researchers located one man who added a new twist. Aurora resident Brawley Oates suffered from an extreme case of rheumatoid arthritis. He believed his debilitating health condition was somehow connected to the Aurora legend.
Brawley Oates lived at the site of the crash. I believe he moved there in 1945. And when he moved there, he had the well cleaned out because it had all this metal stuff and debris down in it. And he needed to use it for water. Oates believes that the water in that well that he and his family drank for about 12 years affected their health drastically. In fact, he developed some of the worst arthritis conditions in his hands and other things that anybody has seen.
I don't see how a person could survive or could walk or could function in any way. And basically it was, they would either swell up so big that they would burst. And at times probably bigger than golf balls on your fingers. And he claimed that it was from maybe the water from the well that they used. That's the way he told it.
Brawley Oates told me that it was because of radiation from the well where people had thrown pieces of this Aurora spaceship.
By sealing off the well, Oates had also sealed off crucial evidence to the mystery. For researchers, the scientific evidence to support their case was becoming increasingly difficult to find.
We can't go on ledges. We need scientific proof that you can take it any court of law and prove that this event actually took place, as our investigation disclosed.
In 1973, investigators set out to the crash site. They hoped to find any evidence that had survived the 75 years since the crash.
No, I don't. 3. While we've been having this conversation. Oh look, there's another. I rather hope he didn't have a family. This war Commander Deniston's been going on about. We're not winning it. Break the code. At least we have a chance.
Oh my gosh. Sorry,
So we leave the
guys.
children alone with their new toy.
I didn't know you were recording, so I'll say to my bye.